Hello and welcome back to the Master League on Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, and we are in the January transfer window. We've got 5 negotiations in with 5 different players to see who we can sign. We're running a bit low on salary budget. We're trying to get rid of some players as well, but we're not going to go into the negotiations. I don't want you to see who we're bidding for. Just going to try and keep it a bit of a surprise. You can see our squad is looking a little bit thinner on the side. We've released a few of the youngsters that were never going to come into play. Neil Taylor's currently injured. We've called up Vercouture from the youth team. He came into our youth team, 71 goalkeeper. He's got a picture, so he's obviously just a regenerated old guy. He's obviously a very good goalkeeper as well. 71 and only at the age of 16 in the game, which is good. And something else I've got to ask you guys. If we go and look at our youth team, where do I look at my youth team? Hang on, where do I look at my youth team? Oh, that is in negotiations, isn't it? Yeah. So within our youth team, I was just looking through it, and if we just go by player name, ascending, there he is. Gabby Agbonlahor is in my youth team. So do I sign Gabby Agbonlahor? He's 63 rated as a 16-year-old, I think. Yeah, 16-year-old, right-footed, can play either wing and up front. He should be pretty rapid, if I remember rightly. Yeah, speed 83, explosive power 83. Injury resistance 1, which means he's probably going to get injured quite a lot. But do we sign Gabby Agbonlahor just for old time's sake? That's what we're looking at there. But anyway, we've played a couple more games again. We've got Reading today, and then Reading, the January transfer window, and then Queen's Park Rangers. But we have, since we were last together, we lost 1-0 to Swansea. We played Stoke City and drew 2-2, which was a bit of really annoying. We went 2-0 up and threw the game away, very annoying. Then we drew 0-0 with Sheffield United. We were unlucky, incredibly unlucky. We played really good stuff. We then played the opposite team in Sheffield Wednesday and lost 1-0 in the last couple of minutes, which is again very annoying. But we've just beaten Rotherham 3-2 after being 3-1 up. They got one back in the last few minutes, but it was pretty comfortable and nothing really too much to be worried about. Then we had our deadline for responding to managers' offers, so we turned down Red Star in the French second division, Reading and Millwall both in the Championship. We turned all them down, and fate has it that today we are now playing Reading. If we go and look at the game plan, we're up to 59% on Team Spirit now, which is much, much better. We have to play Elphick at the back. Chester goes to left back because of the injury to Neil Taylor, who's out for 3 more days. Johan Kabay, basically he missed 1 game. We played Jednak and the whole thing fell to pot, so he's our linchpin in there. We're going to put Ben Arthur at left wing, Grealish and McCormack in the middle, El Mohammadi at right wing, and Kodja up front. Scott Hogan is still around. He's doing okay. As you can see, he's a bit tired. He played a full 90 minutes in the last game. He did okay. Actually, he did very well, setting up 2 goals for McCormack. McCormack having a storming game. And we're now, the more I play, the more I'm understanding how the game works and what we need to do. And there's a couple of things I've learned and a couple of things that I've tried to do and try to work on. I think it's likely we're probably going to get sacked by Aston Villa at some point because they want me to get promoted and I'm currently 9th. So I think like manager support or chairman approval or whatever it's called is like 29%. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, let's get into the game and we'll kick off. McCormack has it into Kodja. Kodja back to Kabay. Kabay looking into Grealish, round the corner to Kodja. Through to Grealish, it's Jack Grealish, and it's 1-0 Villa. That is a wonderful, wonderful goal from Jack Grealish. And he runs off to the corner flag, celebrating with the crowd. Oh yeah, and I updated Jack Grealish's face, as you can see. He looks a lot better, which is great. So the ball came in, Kodja to Kabay, Kabay to Grealish, Grealish round the corner to Kodja. And then a lovely through ball from Kodja, and Grealish isn't going to miss that. And it's a lovely goal, 1-0 Villa. And Jack Grealish gets us off to a wonderful start. So here come Reading, Matey on the ball on the left-hand side, looking through into Duncan Edwards. And Tuanzebe gets a good foot in, but it still falls to Martinez. Great save by Nyland in goal. And McCormack will look to try and get that up to Kodja. It's a good block from Swift. And Reading keep the ball coming forward. Cleary, out it goes. Kabay will put him under pressure and nicks in and gets the ball really well. Now, can Aston Villa launch a counter-attack? I think he's left that pass just a little too late. And Reading go all the way back to Victor Manone in goal. Kabay then into McCormack, up to Kodja. Kodja back to McCormack. Villa just keeping the ball very well. Curse of the commentator, it even exists in Pro Evo. As Reading look to come forward into Edwards, looking over the top towards Matey. He's put under pressure from El Mohammadi and Richie Delat. And Richie Delat is the new club captain. He completed his captaincy training and the ball comes in and Cabaye tries to get there. It's blocked. It's blocked again. Oh, Villa just about hanging on. And as I was saying, Richie Delat now new club captain here for Villa and settling into his role well. Ben Arthur into Grealish. Grealish looks to turn, but he's tackled very well by the Reading player. And Reading, after a shaky start, have actually started to improve quite a lot in this game now. McNulty out to McCleary. Looking back to McNulty, and he just holds onto the ball under too much pressure. Looks over the top. That's going to go out for an Aston Villa throw. Villa working as well. Codger looking for the run of Ben Arthur, but it's just intercepted by the Reading defender. And it's cleared away again. Now, it's sort of going back to the first few minutes in this game. It's all Villa at the moment, dominating the possession, dominating the chances. But Reading are on the attack here, but Richie Delat gets a great foot in. But Reading keep it in play, and it's Mighty up the line. Delat's there again, and that'll be a Reading throw-in. So, Chris Gunter. I call him that, it's not. He's Welsh. Chris Gunter is how you pronounce it. I always say that. Richie Delat, just put him under a bit of pressure. Let's go and really pressure him, make him pass the ball. There we go. Codger will come after pressure that, and Reading just passing it around the back a bit. Reading have intercepted it in the middle of the park. It's McNulty looking through for Martinez, but James Chester tracking back well again. I say he's playing in an unfamiliar position at left back, but he plays it really, really well, to be honest. He keeps us, he keeps Reading or whoever he's playing against, he keeps their right hand side quiet. As Villa come forward into Codger's feet, we'll just go back to Richie Delat here, keep the ball a little bit into El Mohammadi, round the corner to McCormack, back to El Mohammadi, and now we've got Codger's height in the box. Can he pick him out? He does! There's the header! And it works absolutely perfectly. Codger brings out the dance, and that is 2-0 Aston Villa, and now we just need to hold on to this lead. As the ball goes forward, up it goes into thing, round the corner, into El Mohammadi. And El Mohammadi sticks across from Codger with a lovely header right above the goalkeeper's head, underneath the bar, and it's 2-0 Villa. So Reading have a bit of a dangerous free kick here. What are they going to do with it? It's Swift that will be delivering the ball. In it goes towards Matey. Good header, and it's touched onto the bar, and Tuanzebe hooks it away. But Grealish runs away from the ball. Matey with the ball in. It's over the top. McNulty, good save. It's come back to him squared. Oh, and Villa just about hang on. And now Codger will have to hold this up. He's got a run over there from El Mohammadi, and he uses him. Can El Mohammadi sprint away from his men? He comes over to be trapped by Moore. And then El Mohammadi tries to tease him into a tackle, holds the ball up well. McCormack into Codger, back to Cabaye. Come on, this is where Villa can generally work a bit of play. Out to Ben Arthur, into Grealish. Grealish, oh, he's just trying to give it back to Ben Arthur, but it was a great tackle from the Reading defender. And Tuanzebe comes in and tackles that well, but it falls for Reading a little bit. Richie Delat will have that to go back to the goalkeeper. And Aston Villa can just regroup. And this has been wonderful build-up play from Villa. It's come out to El Mohammadi again. Back heel to McCormack, looking back to El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi, ball in, Codger's there again, he gets above McShane, and it was nearly the same goal again. But very unlucky for Codger there. El Mohammadi is playing dangerous out here. He's getting some great crosses into the big man in the Villa strike force, and Codger just couldn't direct that header. He's got the height, he's got the leap on McShane every single time. And Villa are going to look to exploit that in this game. So we go into half-time, 2-0 to the good. Aston Villa have been much the better team, much the better team. Really keeping Reading quiet. They haven't had too much of a sniff, to be honest. The only issue I've got is that Cabaye is really lacking fitness, and I don't want him to get injured, so he's probably going to have to come off at some point in this game. But let's crack into the second half. So here we go then, Reading kick us off, and it's Villa 2, Reading 0. Cleary looks to get in down the wing, cuts in field, back to McNulty, looks for the back heel, Chester reads it well, and Grealish is there to swipe up. Now, can Villa, again, launch one of their counter-attacks into Codger, back to El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi looks for Codger again and gets there. It's just a good foot in from Moore at the back. And it's a weird game. We're 2-0 up. Reading don't really, well, watch this now. I was going to say they don't really appear to be threatening us as Delat blocks that cross. But really, it's been quite comfortable for us. As oh, Reading take that one short. I wasn't ready for that. The ball in from Gunter. That's a lovely ball in. But no one's able to get on the end of it. Let's just check the fitness. Yeah, Cabaye's going to have to come off at some point soon. Codger's winning all the headers. Let's go long to Codger. McCormack has it. Looks back to El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi's waiting for that run of Codger. He spots it. The ball's in. Codger with a header. Oh, he's hit the bar this time. So unlucky. Villa using the right flank and the ball into Codger really well. Very unlucky. And Villa have a throw-in deep in Reading territory. Grealish just knocked that back to Chester. Chester will fire it in looking for Codger. Codger, I think he was just put off and barged in the back a little bit. He couldn't get his head to it properly. And now Reading will look to break, but Elphick puts them under pressure, and then Ben Arthur tracks back. Ben Arthur has had a very good game at left wing, to be honest. He's actually impressed me. He's asking for a new contract, and I'm torn whether to give him one or not. As it goes into El Mohammadi, to McCormack, back to El Mohammadi, and he's just not got the pace to get away from Chris Gunter there. So we'll go back to Delat, and then it's just creating a nice little bit of space. That Grealish has made a good little run in the box, and he picks it up. Grealish can drop it off to Delat. Delat's there. He'll look to go into Codger. Codger tries to get the knockdown, and McCormack's also beaten in the air. And Reading, if we don't get that option to put a quick cross in, then we're pretty buggered. As Codger looks to come forward, he's tackled. Grealish picks it up out to El Mohammadi. Oh, he just couldn't feed the ball through, and now we could be in trouble here because Martinez has found space. Tuanzebe's got to go out and meet him, and it looks like Martinez has got the pace on him, and they've played that round him. No, it's all right. It's tracked, but McNulty's in space. He brings it down, but the shot goes wide. Whew. So Kabai is replaced by Hurihan, who's one of the players we're potentially looking at selling as well. So we'll have to see how that transfer goes. Hurihan, good ball into Grealish. He was fouled as he played the pass, and the ref has brought it back. There's no advantage there. And Swift is going to get a talking to. Is it a booking? I don't think it is. The ref just lets him get away with a bit of a warning. And yeah, Hurihan kind of teased him into a foul, and then Swift was going for the ball. Nothing too malicious. But let's see how we can do here. We'll just try and knock it up into Codger again. Playing a bit more long ball. It's a good head down for El Mohammadi. He's got a run of Delat, just couldn't pick him out. And now that could leave us open at the back. Hurihan should win this header. He doesn't. He uses his body well. And it goes out to McCleary. McCleary v Chester. Chester just holds him up. Sensible defending from James Chester there. And then into McNulty it goes. Under pressure from Grealish, who robs him. Grealish comes forward. It's Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish he just couldn't toe poke that pass into Codger. And Reading looked to come again. McCleary into Martinez. Martinez put under pressure, but McNulty's looking to burst into the space. Outright to Yedoma, who is a player I've never heard of before. McCleary with a bit of space. It's a low cross in, and Nyland dives on it well. And it could be a bit of a dangerous throw. Is it going to reach El Mohammadi? It does. Thank God. So a quick substitution for Villa in the middle of the park. Ross McCormack comes off to be replaced by El Ghazi. I'm hoping it will give us a bit more pace in total on that right hand side, which we've been exploiting so far in this game. So I'm hoping that it can just help us in that bit there and allow us to take advantage. As Elphick for a minute there lost his man. McCleary keeps it into Yadon. Yadon back to McCleary with some good football. The ball across, but that should be Nyland's, and it is. And the goalkeeper will just take his time and then roll it out to Tuanzebe. And Villa, again, we've been pretty comfortable in this game. Codger has it, looking back to El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi to Ghazi, back to Delat. Into Ghazi's feet. Round the corner to El Mohammadi. Round the court, Codger. Codger playing well. He's tackled. Is that a foul? It's not. It's a good sliding tackle from the defender. Richie Delat reads that pass very well. El Mohammadi. Oh, just gets that pass wrong, but Grealish will make up for it. Into El Mohammadi again. Codger's made the run. Codger, he's just beaten in the air. For once, he was beaten in the air by McShane. And Reading look to bring it away. Up it goes to Martinez. Martinez turns, gives it to McNulty. And again, Reading aren't flooding men forward, and it's making it easy for Villa to defend. So Codger up to Grealish. Out to Chester. Chester to Ben Arthur. Into Grealish. Codger's made a good run. But it's well read by Moore. And Reading will look to counter-attack. Hurihan just getting back to help the defence out. As the ball goes round the corner into Elphick, round to McCleary. He's going to be tracked by Elphick. And Elphick tracks that well. And then tries to just put his foot through it. The angle's a bit odd. And Grealish has played himself into a bit of trouble. And again, it's going to be... Hurihan's there to cover that. And the ball finally gets played into a sensible area out to Delat. So Codger finds El Mohammadi. They've been a great little partnership in this game. Codger's continued his run. Beats him in the air. The header was down into the ground. But it doesn't matter. It's a cracking 2-0 win for Aston Villa against Reading. And that should placate the chairman somewhat. That should hopefully put us up the league table ever so slightly. And that was a great performance. Codger getting 2 goals, I think. No, Grealish getting the first, sorry. Codger getting the second. And yeah, that was a good performance against the team that tried to hire us as manager. So you can see there, we're in 8th position. It's still pretty close. A win does take us back up to 4th if the results go our way. So it's not completely the end of the world, but we're into the transfer window, and there's some negotiations to discuss. Okay, so Atade is a left back coming in, hopefully, from Fluminense, and this is what we're offering. We're offering no transfer fee. Actually, we're offering a little bit of a transfer fee there. We're going to take the transfer fee as low as we can with the chance of success, because we're offering them Bjarnason, who's not really playing for us at all at the moment. So I think 881. If we give him a sell-on fee, 20% sell-on fee, there's a chance we might sell him. Maybe we've got the money in the cash in the transfer budget, so let's go for that. 75%. We can probably knock his salary down a bit, which is good. We'll give him a bit more of a clean sheet bonus, and we'll go for that. 936 out of the transfer budget, 616 for him, which fits into our budget. The other players we're going for, Moreno is a 33-year-old player. We're trying to get a bit of a deal, and now it's his salary which will be the killer. But it includes Alan Hutton, someone we don't play and we're looking to get rid of. So that could work. Sirachi is the one that's failed. We won't be getting him at left back, which is annoying. He's a free agent, but we just can't afford his salary at the moment, so we might go back in for him later. Sergei Samper is... we're looking to get a defence midfielder on loan from Barcelona, just to give him Kabay a bit of support in the middle. Abraham's already with us, and we're looking at loaning Timothy Weir from PSG as well. So we'll have to see if those transfers go through. So I have been looking to see if you can do like pre-contract negotiations, like Bosman ruling sort of stuff, but I can't seem to find it. Is Hurricane to be transferred to CD Leganes? Who knows? I've got no bids for my players at the moment, so nothing's really going to happen until we get some bids in. But the scout has found a few more players. Yeah, they're okay. Nothing really too exciting to write home about. But yeah, we'll carry on. Oh, so we have Hatem Ben Arfa has had a transfer offer made for him. Now his contract expires soon, so I wonder if we cash in. We'll just go first. We'll look at transfer Atade. So Atade is, yeah, it's getting there. I'm wondering if we just accept that. They've lowered his transfer fee by 174,000. They've agreed to that, and his salary. I think we get him in because we need another left back, and it gets Bjarnason off the wages as well, which is good. Happy with that. We finalised on the 9th of the 1st. So what are they offering for Ben Arfa? So he wants a... They're offering 364. Right, let's see. No, that's the contract renewal, not that one. I want to do transfer negotiations, renegotiate. If they can get the... Pay us his minimum fee, which is like there. Negotiations may be tough. Have they got anybody that I want? See if we can do a player swap. I do need a centre back, to be honest. Who is this fifth back guy? 33. No, I don't want someone that old. That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm quite tempted to keep Ben Arfa because he's been getting better. Okay, so Timothy Weir is coming in on a season-long loan for 1.5 million. I'm not too upset with that, and we're going to get Sergei Samper as well. His wages are going to be paid by Barcelona, so I'm not too upset with that. Marino's the interesting one. He's 33, but he's very, very good. I mean, overall rating 79. 1.5 year contract. Alan Hutton would get off the wage bill. He's decreased his wages by 36,000. I don't know. I'm not really in the market to sign old players, but he's got so many good things. Orchestrator, star player. He's got Hull City and a couple of other teams interested in him. I mean, his stats are really good. Good attacking press, good ball control, good dribbling, good shooting power, good physical contact, good jumping, good header. Speed could be a little bit better. 33, he's tall, left-footed. He could be the direct replacement for Hatem Ben Arfa. But the issue I've got is that he's 33. I'm going to try one more negotiation. The transfer fee I'm not too fussed about. I think I'm happy to pay that 500k. I'm wondering if we take his wages down and just give him bonuses to try and get it up to it was. I mean, if he scores, the scoring goals is important. So I think we're going to go for that 830. Let's see if they agree to that, then that's what we'll go with. It's still only the offer for Ben Arfa at the moment, but Atade has joined up with the team, so it looks like we might have a new starting left back. So Lionel Messi has won the World Best Player Award, and he's very happy about it. And it's been an update in the transfer negotiations for Hatem Ben Arfa. So we'll just go and have a quick little look at these individual titles first. World's best manager goes to Valverde at Spain, Barcelona, sorry. And Lionel Messi came to second place was Ronaldo, and third place was Neymar at PSG. So there you go. But the important thing we want to look at is the deal they've offered for Ben Arfa. Oh, they're like £1,000 off his release fee. So I'm just going to try and get a little bit more money out of them. As I said, if we keep him, I'm not too fussed. Yeah, but we could do with the wage budget, really. So, it is confirmed. We've agreed the signing of Moreno. He joins up with the squad. The superstar joins from the Chinese league. And there we are. Cultured left foot and Moreno signing the contracts. It's all confirmed. Alan Hutton goes in the other direction. But it's... I was contemplating it for quite a while. And he's in. I mean, a 79 rated. He becomes the best player at the club. He's very, very good, and it's, yeah, I just think it's, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Well, he should help us work, and now that makes it easier. If the Hatem Ben Arfa transfer goes through, then I'm happy for that to happen because we've got a new attacking fielder in, and there's been an update and a Hurrihan as well from Spal, which is interesting. So let's go and have a look. Right, so we'll look at Ben Arfa first. They're paying above his release fee. So, see you later, Hatem Ben Arfa. We picked him up on a free transfer. And that is very, very helpful. Hurrihan, they're offering 7 million. He's only worth 5. Okay, this again is another player I could let go. He is good, but for the right deal, I could let him go. Have they got anybody that's interested in... Oh, they've bought Freddie Woodman from Newcastle. Johan Giroud. They've got no one that's really too keen to move to us. They've got O'Keefe. They've signed a lot of English players of Spal. But, yeah, no one really sticks out. Philippe would be useful, but he's 35. So, oh, Pelosi. Oh, he's a good striker. But I don't need another striker. I've got Timothy Weir on loan. Yeah, baby. So, we're going to... Let's see if we can get 8. If I can get 8.5 million for him when he's worth 5... That's what we'll go for. But we do have another game today. Jack Grealish is definitely not going to be transferred. So, let's get into the game plan and see if these new signings make any difference. So the main thing I'm looking at is I don't want to affect team chemistry by putting in the new signings straight away. But we do need a right winger. So that'll be El Ghazi. How does that drop us down now? Pretty much the same player, I think. If we push him up to a right wing forward, does that do anything? No, it doesn't. So we'll keep you as a right midfielder. El Ghazi in there because the team are getting used to the formation. I'm getting used to how it plays. So the interesting ones to look at then. We've brought in Moreno, Sampa, Weir and Ataid. So Ataid raises it slightly, but if we take out Elphick and put in Chester, it should go back up. Yeah, it does, which is good. Richie Lat's not having the best of games. Does it go even higher if Taylor comes in? No, it just goes down with Taylor in there. That's interesting. Does Verkoop today raises it as well, so he won't be far off the starting lineup. We've got Weir. He raises the team spirit, so he can get a start. Sergio Sampa probably won't because he doesn't fit naturally into the positions. No, so Sampa can go on the bench, but not with the down arrow. He can wait for his debut. We'll put Elphick on the bench in case we need a defender to come on. Hurrihan is the speculation of a transfer bid, so he's not going to go onto the bench. He'll come off and be replaced by Abraham. And we'll put Taylor on there as a backup fullback as well. And he can replace... Let's take off Hogan. We'll give Hepburn Murphy a run if we need a striker. Although Codger had a big impact in the last game. So it's actually going to be Codger on the bench. Hepburn Murphy can get a rest. So we've got goalkeeper, striker, right winger, left back, centre back, winger / striker, winger. Okay, we haven't really got anyone that can play in the middle of the park. I really want to sell Jedinak as well. He's so old and not very good. Oh yeah, I've got Moreno, haven't I? Oh, why does Jack Grealish drop off the... Right, well, Jack Grealish is going to play. Moreno's going to get a start. It's going to be a bit of a new look team, this, for Villa in this game. Lots of new signings. Let's see how we get on. Queen's Park Rangers are hopefully going to feel the wrath. They've got a very poor goalkeeper in goal in Lumley in 62. I think Green's going to have to miss out. We'll put McCormack on the bench. McCormack is another one I was looking at possibly selling. But here we go. I'm looking forward to seeing this new look team. I do understand as well, I know in some of the rendering, Some of the replays seem to have a little bit of a stuttering issue. I'm trying to figure that out. Now, I know the gameplay looks to be generally good. The general gameplay looks very good. I am looking into the replays and the highlights and stuff like that to make sure that I can get the graphics as best as possible for you guys. If you are enjoying this series and you're enjoying these videos, please let me know with a like on the video. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we'll be back for highlights from QPR versus Aston Villa. And here come QPR. It's Vozlovec on the right-hand side. Ball in. Isla with a header over the bar. He did well to get away from his defender there, Isla. But it was just over the bar. Again, it looks like they've got a big, tall striker, which is going to be hard for us to deal with. We do struggle in that situation. As we'll take this goal kick out to the left-hand side. And I've already noticed that using Moreno feels very, very nice. El Ghazi into Moreno. Moreno lays it back to Cabaye. Johan Cabaye looks left and finds a Tade, who's got a bit of space. Looks to put that into Grealish round the corner. Hatem Ben Arfa. Cross in. Timothy Weir on the volley. And Lumley makes the save. And Silla looks to get in again. Tuanzebe comes over to cover, but Silla's got power over him. That's a great block from James Chester to deny Naki Wells up front for QPR. And QPR get a corner out of it now. And there's an interesting defensive line up here. Why have we got Delat and Grealish standing right next to each other? Let's put Delat into the middle a bit, and he's there. And it's good positioning, but Woslak gets above him, and it's just over the bar. Oh, Moreno's done really well to win that ball back. He's got the run of Timothy Weir ahead of him. Plays a nice one too. So it's Moreno who holds onto the ball, just holds it up, waits for the run of El Ghazi. El Ghazi cuts it back to Moreno. Ball in, looking for Grealish. Oh, it's heading away. And Johan Cabaye is not going to get on the end of that. And Silla will look to bring this forward. Now, there's no one on the wing, so we can maybe bring in some defensive cover from Moreno, and it was good. Hatem Ben Arfa doing his defensive duties very well. Could be his last game for Aston Villa if his deal goes through, where we know a club has met his release clause. And also paying a little bit extra as well. Weir out to Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa, he's got a run of Moreno in the box. Oh, he went for the spectacular. And Weir's trying to bundle his way through. Moreno is lining up a spectacular bicycle kick there. But it was defended pretty well. And now Villa are looking to hold off QPR, and they do. Into Moreno's feet. Moreno into Grealish. Grealish is lacking a few options, but he waits for Tate to give him the ball. Back to Grealish. Out wide to Ben Arfa. Infield to Timothy Weir. Timothy Weir just holding it up. Runs into trouble. And QPR, just again, it's very similar to the last game. It's all Villa, and QPR are just about holding on. We got an early goal in the last game, and this one is not. We've not been so lucky as Naki Wells looks to get in. Tuanzebe covers him and gets a foot in there pretty well. Silla's over the top with the ball. He beats Delat. He keeps it in play. Naki Wells, and Nyland dives at the feet of Wells and makes a very good diving catch. So Ben Arfa on the left-hand side looks to cut back, gives it to the new fullback Atade. Atade into Cabaye, back to Atade. Good possession football this from Villa. Grealish tries to flick it round the corner for Moreno, but the defender read it well. QPR just having a bit of possession on the ball now, and Cousins looks to come forward with it. Under pressure from Cabaye. Grealish robs in and gets it into Weir, to Ben Arfa. Back out to Grealish. Grealish comes forward with it. He's got a little bit of time and space. Back to Atade. Atade into Cabaye. Cabaye to Moreno. Round the corner to Weir. Weir holds on to it. Drops it off to Atade. Looks back to Moreno, and the ball's intercepted. And there's a couple of the new guys are playing pretty well. A couple of them are just struggling to settle into this Villa team. But attacking wise, QPR aren't troubling Villa that much at all. Cabaye brings it away. There's a chance here for a break on. El Ghazi on the right hand side looks to come forward with it. He's just waiting for a run from Weir there, and gets him on his bike. El Ghazi out to Grealish. Grealish out to Moreno. Moreno back to Grealish. Just waiting for an opening here, Villa. Moreno tackled, gets it back though. Grealish looks out to El Ghazi, lays it back to Grealish. Grealish back to Moreno, looking for a ball in for Weir. But Grealish, again, it's non-stop this from Aston Villa. Out to Grealish. Grealish with a bit of space, looks to curl one. Probably should have looked for a pass, but QPR just cannot get out at the moment. Moreno looking into Weir, but the ball doesn't quite get there. And now QPR have a bit of respite at the back. Atade with the ball in. He's seen Moreno in space. Tried to flick it around the corner. It falls to Cabaye. Oh, it's a good effort from Johan Cabaye. Fires just past the post. And Grealish here held it up well. Saw the run of Moreno. Probably could have had a shot himself. Tried to flick it in to Weir. And Cabaye. Oh, that's not far away at all from Johan Cabaye. A good effort. So Moreno with it. Oh, but that's the half-time whistle. And it's 0-0, and I'd say Aston Villa are unlucky to go in behind. It's been pretty even. Aston Villa have had the better chances. Again, we're passing the team off the park. We're not going to make any changes at half-time just yet. But Timothy Weir's struggling a little bit. Atade at left-back's having a superb game. He's playing really well. Moreno is dictating how we play, and that's exactly what we wanted for him. He's been a proper linchpin in the middle of midfield. As Atade has it, can Aston Villa create an early chance in the second half? Grealish looking for Moreno into Abraham. Oh, I said Abraham, I meant Weir. Tried to go back to Moreno, but it didn't quite have it. Cabaye comes forward, sees the run of Weir, licks it into Grealish. Grealish sees Ben Arthur's run. He holds it up, goes back to Grealish. Grealish has got Cabaye in space. Cabaye out wide to El Ghazi. Dinks a ball in looking for Weir, but he's not the tallest of strikers, and he's going to struggle with balls like that. Grealish into Weir again. Weir holds it up into Moreno on his debut. Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. Moreno probably could have gone a bit closer and leathered that, but it's good football from Villa. Cabaye here into Grealish, into Weir, and then the flick just around the corner to Moreno. And it's like these guys have been playing together for years. The new guys all coming in and doing very well. So Cabaye looks to swing this in. Looks for Tuanzebe, but he heads it over the bar. Couldn't get his body around it. And it will be a goal kick to QPR. So Silla looks to have the pace on Delat, who's had a pretty poor game today. It's cut back across, but that's easy for Cabaye to get to. He gives it to Grealish. He lays off the pass to Ben Arthur, and the ref could have played advantage there. We were on a bit of a roll, but he brought it back for a yellow card, which is fair enough. And Delat has had a poor game. I'm actually going to do this in the gameplay management settings, because what I want to do is push the new Atade over to right back, so it doesn't drop us off too much. But then we're going to take off club captain Delat, bring on Taylor, and the captaincy can go back. Oh, so the captaincy is starting to make a difference now. The captaincy will go back to Tuanzebe, and we'll go from there. As we see the little graphic, it's Taylor on, Delat off. Delat, a bit unlucky, he's up against a big, powerful runner in Silla, but he was getting beaten an awful lot. Weir holds it up, trying to find the runner Moreno, but just couldn't get in there. It's a good foot from the Reading defender, but I'm not going to lie, I'm quite happy with how Moreno is playing. He feels like he's the best player at the club, which is what I wanted when I bought him. As Weir makes a good run down the line, he's got a man in the middle, tries to pick out Grealish, Lynch with a header. Ben Arthur knocks it down. Moreno on the left foot. Lumley makes a flying catch. It's a poor throw out, and Ben Arthur's intercepted it. And now it's Hatton Ben Arthur on what could be his final game for the club. He took too long. What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I really panicked in that situation when I really shouldn't have done it. It was quite an easy situation. I could rue that at the end of the game. Goodbye. Into Moreno. Moreno looking for Weir. There is enough on it. It gets to Grealish. Sees the runner Moreno. Holds it up. Turns. Moreno shoots. Oh, it's just past the post. Gio Moreno. So unlucky for the new signing. Round the corner into Weir. Back to... I mean, Grealish and Moreno are linking up very, very well. And he turns shot and it goes just past the post of Lumley. Cabaye rubs Luongo in the middle of the park. Yohan Cabaye's got acres to run into here. Waits for the run of Weir. Gives it to him. It's not much on for Timothy Weir after that. And James Chester has been pulled out of position, but Tuanzebe is absolutely superb. He's just so good at the back, Tuanzebe. He's done so well for us at this club. So El Ghazi trying to get in a bit of space. Moreno has picked him out very well. And then El Ghazi looks to turn. Lays it back to Atade. Ball in, looking for Weir. Weir with a header. Just didn't get enough on it, and Lumley makes the catch. Angel Rangel on the right-hand side lays it up to Wojnak, and Taylor makes a good tackle after coming on as a sub. Obviously, Taylor will now be worried for his place in the squad with Atade coming in and performing so well, as Cabaye looks to release Ben Arthur. Picks it up into Weir. Timothy Weir looks to turn. Finds Moreno. Moreno just waiting for the run of El Ghazi. El Ghazi gets there, but there's not much on. He looks for the overlap of Atade. Atade just cuts back to El Ghazi. Villa keeping possession, trying to wait for the right time to pounce, and it comes to Moreno. Sees Ben Arthur in acres of space. Ben Arthur chips it in, looking for Weir. It's a good header away. Taylor knocks it down to Grealish. Grealish into Moreno. Moreno just tries to bundle his way through, and he keeps the ball. Atade into Moreno. Moreno with a shot, and it's gone in on the debut. It's a debut assist for Atade. It's a debut goal for Moreno, and he runs off, sucking his thumb, sucking his glove, which would be quite disgusting. But it was good play. He just sort of battled his way through. That really determination there. Got to the edge of the area, just rifled it left-footed past the goalkeeper, and Villa get the goal they finally deserve. 1-0 Aston Villa. And Silla's found a bit of space in behind Atade here. Low cross in, but Neil Taylor covers that very, very well indeed. And Moreno now has the ball. Looks out wide to Ben Arthur. He's got a run of Timothy Weir in front of him. Oh, Timothy was trying to do a little jink round Lynch, but didn't quite work. Into Luongo. Luongo looking over the top. Chester should be able to cover that. Back to Nyland, who doesn't mess around. Clears it long, and it's over El Ghazi's head. Silla's got, again, he's got the wrong side of Atade, who's just looking a little bit tired. Luongo's shot. Chester is there, and Timothy Weir's come a long way back. I don't really want him to do that. He's going to have to get used to the tactics of how we play. Grealish up to Weir. Weir holds it up. He's done, I'd say he's done very well on his debut for a young kid, Timothy Weir. He's played well. We'll probably look to take him off in a minute and maybe bring on one of the more experienced heads just for the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Try and see it out. It's Ben Arthur into Grealish. Grealish into Weir. Weir into Moreno. Looks to spin and go in behind. And Moreno surely fouled there. I mean, he looked to just stand on him as Hamed keeps it into Freeman, and QPR look to come forward. QPR keeping the ball well here. Scowen into Cousins, out to Freeman. Luke Freeman on the left-hand side. Looks to play it in. Luke Freeman, there's not too many options for him. He's holding the ball. Back to Scowen. Scowen keeps put under pressure by Moreno. Moreno trying to force the Aston Villa defence to push up a little bit. But Lynch has it. And Timothy Weir's back here. Putting Cousins under pressure into Hamed. Hamed to Luongo. Back to Hamed. Tuanzebe tries to get a foot in. Back to Cousins. Looking over the top, and Hamed's offside. That's a great bit of defending from Aston Villa there. We really held QPR at bay, and then Hamed ran offside. And there was nothing that he could do about it. So we're just going to tell the guys to shift their position a bit. Try and get us a bit more space. It should go to El Ghazi on the right-hand side. It does. In the field to Moreno. Lovely little flick from El Ghazi, that. Back out to El Ghazi. We'll go into Moreno again. Moreno out to Grealish. Into Weir. Weir just holds it up. And then El Ghazi's got some space. And Weir's made a great little run through. And he couldn't quite get it through. And we're going to look... I think Timothy Weir's had a good run. He's done well today. We'll bring Abraham on to replace him. As the youngster does well. Gets a little bit of a round of applause to himself. And is forced off the pitch by somebody. And Tammy Abraham comes on. Fresh legs. Fresh pace. And can he get involved in the action straight away? He nearly did. He was offside. Nearly came into the game straight away, Tammy Abraham. So Moreno with El Ghazi and a lot of space on this right-hand side. QPR are really struggling to mark up some of our players now. Back to Atade. Who'll just try and keep the ball. It's meant to go to Tuanzebe, not all the way into Cabaye. But has put Villa under a bit of trouble. Silla comes forward. Silla, can he get round Tuanzebe? Tuanzebe just holding him up. And that's Cabaye covering very, very well indeed as Abraham. Up to Moreno. Back to Abraham. There's a good run on there from Grealish as Abraham looks over the top. Trying to get him in. Grealish will get there first. Lays it back to Ben Arthur. Ball into Moreno. Flicked onto Abraham. Out to Ben Arthur again. Looking for a run in the box. Abraham just couldn't get there. Leicester got there first. And there's 2 minutes of added time. And can Villa hold on? We know that they love to concede a late goal. Tuanzebe is tracking that run of the striker in the middle. And Hamed completely messes up that pass. And all Villa have to do now is control the possession and see the game out. As Tuanzebe has it. Out to Atade. Atade has got El Ghazi in lots of space. And that's good little possession football. That's not good possession football. Are we going to give QPR one more chance? It's Silla's in behind. He lays it in and it's there. And he's missed a sitter in the last kick of the game. And Villa scrape a 1-0 win. Moreno on his debut getting the goal. Wow, we were pretty fortunate in that position there. There's transfers galore. We're in the January transfer window still. We'll be back. The next episode will carry on in the January transfer window. Probably a bit more towards the end of it. And we'll see what the squad looks like at the end of the day. But thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. Loving this series. I hope you are as well. And if you are, please do leave a like on the video. Let me know if you think we should sign Gabriel Agbonlahor. Let me know where you think we need to strengthen in the squad. But hopefully this is the sign of good things to come for Aston Villa. Back-to-back wins moves us up to 7th place. And again, 3 points behind Derby County. But thank you very much for watching. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.